Hey everyone, it's M, and this is Person Who. Thank you so much for watching and for your continued interest. I haven't released a video in a while. I've been going through a lot of different life things, but I am still really excited about this project, and I am so happy to have you here and listening. I am home in the Czech Republic for Christmas for the first time in 9 years. So it's been a lot, but I wanted to do a quick check-in and tell you about a couple things. I'm not gonna lie, the holidays have been a bit challenging. I've been experiencing a lot of anxiety around seeing different family members that I haven't seen in a long time, that maybe I wasn't sure if they knew I was trans, if they were cool with it, what their reaction would be. And I really struggle with that. And I know a lot of people experience holiday anxiety just because it's a lot of big personalities in one room, and there's a lot of pressure on things being perfect and peaceful and everyone's so happy, but we're all just people. So add the whole layer of being trans and being non-binary and the linguistic struggle and that I've been talking about on the show and trying to capture and work through. There's a lot of awkward interactions that I was hyper self-conscious of, and just struggled with, honestly. But I also am really fortunate to have some really fantastic people in my life who've been really supportive with me, and I hate that that's like a special thing, like, oh my god, I'm so lucky, my family is nice to me. Like, I realized a couple things. Besides me being afraid of just what everyone's reaction would be, I've internalized the attitudes that there are towards queer people, which is, it's okay, I don't care, but don't stuff it down my throat. And sadly, people have this attitude of don't stuff it down my throat, even when queer people are just existing, right? It's like people holding their hands across the street is like, that's someone stuffing it down my throat. I've seen those reactions, and I think I've probably internalized a defense mechanism about it, which is avoiding talking about it. But that's not helpful. So I have, so I've avoided sometimes addressing the situation, which has made me more self-conscious and more anxious and more hyper aware. So that has not been helpful, and it's something I want to work on for myself. But also, I've had some really nice interactions, and the couple things I wanted to share from those is that it's actually really, really helpful when someone asks. Like, when someone asks me in a conversation what name I go by or how to address me, it creates the space for me to share that information without feeling like I'm drawing too much attention to myself or I'm stuffing it down someone's throat or whatever. So it's actually like so simple but really powerful. Takže vám to chci navrhnout nebo poradit, pokud chcete. A je důležité ptát se jenom na ty praktické věci, jako jak tě mám oslovovat, nebo jaké jméno teď používáš, jak o tobě mám mluvit, a neptat se na genderovou identitu nebo na otázky, které jsou víc osobní a víc na tělo, a taky složitější na odpověď, protože zeptat se, jaké jméno teď používáš, nebo jak o tobě mám mluvit, to se dá zodpovědět a rodinná konverzace nebo tradiční něco, sváteční něco může dále pokračovat. And it's okay to feel uncomfortable, it's okay to feel awkward. I am a big believer in showing up imperfectly, so I did a lot of that this holiday season. And you know what? If you don't feel like it, it also really helps if you can mirror the person's language back to them. Co tím myslím odrážet zpět formulace? Třeba, že když řeknu, včera jsem šel na oběd s kamarádkou, tak se mě pak druhý zeptá, no a co jsi objednal? A ne, no a co jsi objednala? Zní to fakt jednoduše, ale nevěřili byste, jak moc se mi stává opak. Jasný, chápu, že to lidi mají nějak zažitý a třeba jim to hned nedojde, ale zároveň se mi to děje fakt pořád. V angličtině pro tohle není tolik příležitostí, ale taky se nějaké najdou. For example, if I say, when I was a young boy, my dad taught me how to plant trees, it would be really weird for the other person to then say, "Aw, it must have been so special for him to spend time with his daughter like that." Ještě se vrátím k ptaní se s rychlou poznámkou. Může se vám stát, že se s vámi ten člověk o tom vůbec nechce bavit a v tom případě ho prosím nenuťte. Je možné, že není připravena se vám vyautovat nebo si to sama ještě zjišťuje pro sebe. Bohužel je to někdy i otázka bezpečnosti ve vztahu k okolí. In the US, not forcing people to out themselves by asking pronouns has recently been a big part of the discourse. People who don't feel safe already would rather let others guess and get misgendered by accident than out themselves against their will or actively ask you to misgender them. They're both really bad options. I really truly get the dilemma because in Czech, gender-neutral language is largely unavailable, so anyone trying to figure their gender out has to constantly and actively either misgender or out themselves. For this reason, I really encourage asking, especially when speaking in Czech, because to have even the most basic conversation, you generally have to gender the person and they have to gender themselves anyway. Ale je to fakt napitel. Těžko se mi vystihuje, jak moc napitel to je. Plánuju budoucí video, kde se budu věnovat svému procesu s tímhle konkrétně. I have a lot of uncertainty about my future right now, and I'm working on being okay with that. But I am actually feeling really comforted by being here right now among these trees. I helped my dad plant these trees when I was a kid, and they were just little seedlings. And that's not that long ago. Like, it's a long time ago, but it's not that long ago. So to see these trees in their magnificence, really, it's giving me a lot of hope. It's making me think about how much someone can grow without losing who they are. So yeah, that's my corny feeling to enter 2023 with.